being present, accepting my actions, moving forward, being present, accepting my actions, moving forward. Like, that is where I am at right now. I really thought that I could do this. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Kyla Nicole. Welcome back to my third video. I'm still on the cleansing. I'm still on this journey, but I could not be easily accessible to things that obviously damage my relationship with God and damage my discipline and confidence in myself. There's a lot more things that I need to be focusing on and getting through on my path straight. I probably look insane right now. It does not feel right or good doing these things, and I don't know why I want to do them. So I just have to take it into my own hands to cut those things out of my life. I'm gonna keep doing that as many times that I have to do that, but I'm gonna break away from it. I am breaking away from it. I'm saying it's gone right now, but yeah, like I do have this. It's something that is in my control, and I'm letting it go. There are things that do not want the best for me. Yeah, I obviously don't like that this is something that I let into my life, that it has to be such a battle that I let go of. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day. Wow. Okay, so a little even chill for real, but it has been an insane few couple of days. I said, I am not done with this cleanse. We let go of a few things. We let go of a few things for the last time. Maybe, I hope, I don't know. There's a lot that I feel like I should be catching up on. There are a lot of things that have been thrown at me this past week where I would have to figure out how to go about finding purposeful fulfillment, finding enrichment in things that I'm doing. And I fumbled. Like, let me be honest with you guys. I fumbled. And I got stuck. I got stuck on a lot of things. And I ended up basically just doing what I felt like doing and not doing what was working for my good. Things that you don't have to do them. I wanted to do them. I didn't have to do them. And I'm pretty accepting of the fact that I did things that I wasn't comfortable doing because they didn't give me purposeful fulfillment, because I was letting them go. I'm pretty accepting of that fact. I'm not stressing at all. Like, I really do just want to live my life. There are things that I've been building up to, wanting to let go, things that are not good for me and things that I invited into my own life. And so I wanted to work at letting them go. I feel like a lot of my life has been building up to seeing things and letting things in my life that could have control over me, could have power over me, but kind of just being able to accept yourself and validate yourself. A lot of things that everyone should feel worthy enough to do. And I know that I've struggled with this before. I've struggled with validating myself before. I've struggled with respecting myself before and trusting myself before. Even making decisions that I deem as bad, like, I can still accept them as my actions, doing things for myself or for just because, like, I'm really just trying to understand that not everything has to have a reason to it. Like, I really feel like life is so much greater when you just live it. But there really are so many lessons that I've gained from my life. No other path feels like the path that I should be on. And I really always kind of wanted to start a YouTube channel. There's so much that I'm ready to learn for myself. Even my first video, I had mentioned, like, just simply being a human, you are worthy of being accepted. Simply being a human, you are valued. Simply being a human, you are allowed to take up space. Like, all things that you are owed to and you have earned just for being born, just for being able to take a breath. Like, I absolutely love that. And it's something that I didn't really grasp growing up because I just wanted everybody to be happy. So I think my main takeaway from life was like, as long as we're smiling, and like nobody was smiling because they were all dealing with something over here, dealing with something over there, and I wasn't dealing with my problems. Like, it was an insane cycle. It was a really insane cycle. I've really just missed out because my problems have seemed greater. Like, even if one day I felt so butt ugly, I'm still allowed to smile that day, or have a joke, or I'm still allowed to cry about something. I'm still allowed to speak on my mind about how I feel about something. Well, you know, so I'll just go ahead and be honest and say my self-discipline has been very strong. Do not underestimate how many times a day I can pick up my phone, how many times a day I can scroll through a couple of TikToks for an hour. Everybody has self-discipline. I think it's just how the power is harnessed, basically. Like, it's such a weird mentality shift, basically transferring what you put your time to. So, trying to purge from a lot of things that I've been wanting for a lot of years, or doing for a lot of years, that I'm finally letting go because I don't need them, or they don't have a real purpose in my life and they're damaging me. It's so weird because I know that these are things that are not good for me. So when I have the urge to do them, it's such a weird like thought to have, I guess. Like, oh, get my mind off of this thing that I want to do that's damaging me. Like, what? I think about how much my ego comes into play. How much I say, oh, I deserve this thing because I want it. Like, you haven't earned it. You haven't earned anything from bettering yourself. Like, when you say no to yourself, when you take that time to nurture yourself, when you share kindness just because, that was the most icky thing that I could have thought of. But honestly, when you share kindness just because, like, those are moments, purposeful moments, where you actually earn, like, ego boosts, I guess. I feel like I have such a false perception about how my ego fluctuates and what I'm deserved to, basically. So that's a huge thing that I want to, like, kind of get into, because I'll just be like, I want this, or things that make you feel good, or things that you invite into your life that you feel like is such a boost to that pride that you have. I want so badly for my higher self, or my future self, to think that drinking water is such a boost to my ego, to think that going for a run or a walk is such a boost to my ego. Of course, taking time for yourself and making sure that you're relaxed in your space and you have time to wind down through all of the hard work that you're doing is so important. Of course, that is such a big thing, to make sure that you're not getting burnt out, but also just making sure that you're earning that, making sure that you earn a burnout, literally. Like, yeah, that's what it is. Making sure that I earn my burnout, because I know that I will be so complacent, but it'll be complacency, but having pride in the fact that, like, oh my gosh, I cannot get up off the couch and stop scrolling through this so I can journal or read my Bible, clear my head. Like, there's so many things that are going on in my mind that I don't want to deal with. And it's like, you're pushing off your growth. You're pushing off, like, your next stage. But there are so many other things that I know I could be doing right now that I do not feel like doing. Like, I ate so much today. I do not want to go on a walk. I don't want to get dressed up. That may actually be the goal for 2024. I want to earn a burnout. Oh, I want to earn a burnout so bad. For other people out there who are really confused by this, yeah, so I did tear my ACL, and I kind of have been doing a lot of self-work and a self-discovery, for real, trying to figure out who I am, where I've been, and where I want to go. And my main thing is wanting freedom. I gave up a lot of control for a lot of years, and that's something that I want to like take back, and also not just gaining my control, but like being able to harness it, you know? Basically, being present, accepting my choices, and moving forward. I'm not trying to be too stressed about life, especially since there's so much life to live and appreciate. Like, there's so many things and so many opportunities that I'm given, so much time that I'm given. So I want to use it so I can grow and love myself. Like, worry is so beautiful. It's so important, but it's also something that festers. I don't want to fester anything. So I think being able to harness that worry and changing it into motion, doing something because I'm worried about something, that'll be really important. So, of course, with accepting decisions, I really did make a bad decision this past weekend. I'm not stressing about it so much as I guess I really am just gonna surprise myself every day, and it'll be a story to look back on, I guess. But yeah, right now I really am all about being present, accepting my choices, and moving forward. Like, I think one of the greatest things will probably be dealing with consequences. I think that's where like being so meticulous about my choices or my standards to even let something in my life to have to make a choice on this thing or make a choice on that thing, that's really freaking cool. That's really why I love consequences, for sure. But if I'm not paying attention enough in the beginning to what I let in, and if I'm not present enough to what I decided to do, then those consequences, they can't really be upheld. They can't be upheld. So I'll feel bad about something and I'll own up to the consequences. But I can't make a different choice the next time if the consequences don't really match up to what I saw when I was being present in a situation. If that, I hope that made sense. Basically, just focusing on what choices I made when I wanted to do something and how the consequences came about after I did whatever I wanted to do. I think that's one of the main things in my life that, not really that I haven't had, but I haven't really honed in on. I haven't really used that to make my decisions. When I would be making my decisions, I would just be like I don't really care, go with the flow. That's cool. Knowing that I actually have responsibilities now, that's pretty cool. You know, things I have to take into account. Ability. This is probably, I think, day 12 of the purge. A lot of times these past 12 days I have gone back on my word, and I have had to learn that my actions are pretty valued. My actions are very much valued because my consequences are very much not fun. They're not fun. So I'm just gonna say my actions are valued. Yeah, they definitely hold a lot of value in my life. So that's been fun to understand. I mean, I won't lie, I really was pretty much discouraged, like that fourth day of the purge. Like, it's really interesting and trying to change so much about who you are or who you believe you are. Okay, this isn't all I have to do, but I'm so glad that all I have to do is keep going. A positive attitude is kind of getting me pretty far. Like, I was kind of in a slump for the past few days, like knowing what I was kind of discouraged with some of the decisions that I had made this past weekend. And I think having to deal with those consequences and having to deal with that mindset or where that put me in was really interesting, because it didn't take me off the path. It just honestly kept me on course. Like, I knew how I felt after that, and I didn't want to feel like that. Like, I'm not saying that the positivity that I'm feeling right now is actual positivity. It's just acknowledging that I can keep moving forward, even though at that moment I didn't feel the best about what I had done. I really like that. I really like that. This is where I'm at, day 12, and what I'm moving forward to. we're about to be on day 13. I have moved through this pretty quickly, and I'm gonna have to kind of get back on routine about how I kind of went about day one. I really did like day one. It was honestly a lot mentally. It was clearing as well. Like, I think it was a lot because everything before day one that I was using all the time felt so useless. So every action was new, every thought was new. Like, that, it really was how that felt. It felt exhausting because there was so much that I needed to scrap to become something new. I think it's really been a fun journey. It's been a really fun process, and I'm really glad that moving forward is on the front of my mind. It's the third step that I have to do, so always just like, even if I'm trying to move forward and I feel so bad about like where I am right now, being present is the first thing that I need to do. So taking some deep breaths and like being aware about what I'm feeling. It's so loving. Like, now I'm getting chills. Day 13, I'm excited for it. I think there's so much that I learned about my, day 9 to day 10 that I don't want a lesson on anymore. Seriously, please, no. I'm good on it. We passed the test. Stop. I was honestly very discouraged from day 4 and on. So getting to day 12 is really, really amazing that I can just keep moving forward. I never thought that this was going to be easy, but I also knew that I would keep growing through this. So the fact that there are so many lessons and so many life changes that I've actually had going through this and living and trying to purge from things and stay positive through things and do things for my nourishment and find purposeful fulfillment. Life is just thrown me a couple of loops for sure, but I'm taking them. I'm either dodging them or I'm taking them, and I feel like I'm still growing through them, so that's really nice. But I love just understanding that if I can't move forward, I can at least be present and just accept my actions. Like, there's never a right time to say goodbye. Okay. I'm glad that I did this day 12 check-in. I'm excited for day 13, day 14, 15, 16, 17, all those, but just so excited to keep growing and becoming who I need to become in this next season of my life. Thank y'all for being here and being on this journey. Gonna keep going with it, do what is right for me, do what's on my heart to do, and keep moving forward, keep accepting, keep loving, keep respecting as much as I can. I will be back when I will be back, and I'm so excited. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please let me know.